She's a Mona Lisa. Everyone's lining up to see her.
Hello, what's good? It has been about 3 weeks since I made my last video announcing that I was moving to SF officially. And since then, I've begun my apartment hunting process and I actually found a place. One of the 5 apartments I'm about to show you is what I picked. I want you to make up your own opinion. Let's see if you can guess. The San Francisco apartment hunt is a tough one. San Francisco housing is super scarce. I wouldn't compare it to New York because I don't know New York, but it seems almost that level with the pricing and the space that you get and the number of roommates you need to have. So off the bat, I knew I wanted to live with people just because I have never lived alone. Growing up, my sister and I shared a room for a solid 18 years, like the entire time. Then I went to college and had a roommate every single year. Even when I could have chosen to have a single room, I just wanted a roommate. I love coming home to people. And I wanted to use this experience as a way to branch out, make new friends, meet new people. So everything I looked at had roommates already in it. I had a couple friends that were apartment hunting, but ultimately I decided that I didn't want to live with friends. I think that tensions can tend to arise if you're not sure your living styles, and I did want to meet new people, and I feel like, you know, living with friends kind of makes you insulated where you feel like you don't have to go out. I looked on Facebook pages primarily. So there's a page called SF Crew. There's another housing page. Like, people added me to them as I was telling them about my apartment search. I'll have them linked down below if you want to join them. I think you can just request via your Facebook profile. And I looked on Craigslist once but did not find good matches for what I was looking for. So those were my 3. I had 3 Facebook pages that I would just literally look at every day, if not every other day, because these apartment spots go fast. Some of these were a week turnaround by the time they posted it to the time they got someone to fill the room. So pretty crazy. I had to be very ready to just tour everything on the weekends and the weeknights. Those pages are very overwhelming, so I narrowed down my search by number 1, rent. I wanted it under $1,700, which I'll explain later. I wanted it in number 1 choice, Pacific Heights, Pack Heights, or Lower Pack Heights. It's my favorite neighborhood. I'm always there. You can see on my Instagram stories. I just always end up on Fillmore, and I love that neighborhood, and I think it's beautiful. And the bus line that goes through Fillmore is the perfect one for my job, the quickest one that I could find, and that would work out really well. And then lastly, when I was scrolling through the posts, I would just look at the feel of the apartment, the feel of the room, and I also wanted all female roommates. I need to take my jacket off because it's getting hot in here, okay? Spicy apartment hunt. Place number 1. This is what I saw on the Facebook post. There was only one video on the Facebook page, but it looked like an incredible apartment. Like, huge rooms, great lighting, looked awesome, and it was in Pack Heights. So I was like, yes, we're gonna tour. I immediately messaged the girl, and you basically just tell them your name, where you're from, what you do, like the classic little short intro. She actually had an application that I had to fill out, which was interesting, and it was gonna be a 5-bedroom. It was on a busy street. It was actually above a restaurant, so it could be fairly noisy. I wasn't there during like restaurant hours. It was in Pack Heights, technically a little closer to Nob Hill. The rooms, as you can see, like, are ginormous, like huge rooms, which is really nice because I could fit a couch in there. I could host people in there. I could film YouTube videos in there. I definitely fit a desk, but it had no closet because I was going to take the living room, which is very common in San Francisco. You convert the apartment, take the living room, transform it into a bedroom, because most of the time the living rooms have like 4 walls, like they're not just like an open floor pan, so it tends to be pretty easy. So that's an added expense of me buying a closet or bringing my closet from home, just isn't built in. And because I was taking the living room, obviously there was no communal living room. There was a nice kitchen, and there was a tiny dining room, so it's the only common space. Otherwise we'd all be in our rooms most of the time. And it's $1,750, which is definitely on the pricier end. Super nice apartment. So next I wanted to see if I could find some places that were a lower price range, like maybe $1,300 to $1,650. See if that was out there and I could, you know, make do with that. I was trying to see if there was any other apartments that had like a living space, you know, a nice communal space for everyone to hang out, for me to host friends and everything. And I also realized, you know what, if I'm not gonna pick number 1, I need to widen my search, get Nob Hill in there, get Cow Hollow in there, maybe the Marina, maybe Russian Hill, like open up my search basically to more neighborhoods to see if there was anything I liked more than that first one, which was so nice. Second option is a lot cheaper. This one is in like Laurel Heights, so it's outside of Pack Heights, west of Pack Heights. This might mean nothing to you, but it's a little quieter neighborhood. Like there's not much action there, so it's actually really nice. It's very peaceful. It is a little bit further walk to like grocery stores, restaurants, bars. There's not really much around there in terms of that kind of stuff, but it did mean that it was a really nice neighborhood, very easy to park. Here is the post that I saw on Facebook that, you know, had me intrigued and I wanted to tour it. These were the photos, and it's really important to go in person because it's so hard to get good context from these iPhone photos. So I went in person with my friend Ellie to check it out. Beautiful home from the outside. We walk in, like great living area, like huge living room, great kitchen, like solid living space. The girls were a little bit older. I think they were probably like 27. So that was good because it means that they wouldn't be like partying a ton. I didn't want to have like that like fratty, just graduated from college experience. I wanted to have like a little more mature experience. So they were super nice. When I did look at the room, it was very small, like polar opposite of that first one I toured. I really only had like 12 square feet to walk into the room. Like I'd walk in the front door, there was a little path, and then it was bed and then dresser. Like there was no space in there, just not much room to the room. A little bit of a oxymoron there, but it was $14.50, so definitely a lot cheaper than the $17.50. So I was like, okay, this is good. Like definitely gonna consider my options, talk to the girls and figured out what timeline I'd have to respond to them because I still had that first one, like the bigger room one on the table. So then the same day as this second place, I went to the third place, which was on a side street, like very quiet, in Nob Hill, so on the other side of the city. And it was very close to restaurants, very close to grocery stores, like shopping, bars, like very convenient that way. And it was in an apartment complex, so it was still like Victorian-esque, but it was an apartment complex, so multiple units in there. But it did make it feel really safe, and here was the photos and everything I saw on the post that led me to want to tour it. It was a 2-bed, so a little smaller, which was nice. And the rooms were a decent size. They were a little bit like underground, like they weren't on the ground level. It was a little sunk into the ground, if that makes sense. The lighting wasn't great, but they were $14.50 a room for the apartment. Like that's really good. Same price as the one I saw before, but this one's a 2-bedroom in an apartment complex. It had like a spiral staircase, like Princess Diaries style, going upstairs. And there was a solid living room, beautiful window looking out onto like the little garden yard. Great kitchen, solid dining room table. And there was actually 2 entrances to the apartment, one on the top floor and one on the bottom floor. So like if you were coming in late or something and didn't want to disturb the other person, that could be an option. I'd never seen an apartment with this layout before, and I really liked it. Like it was such a cool change for me to see. The bedroom's decent size, so you had your own space, and then the living space was a good size as well. So it was a nice balance of those two. And I had my friend Ellie with me, and she had commented after that she thought the girl was maybe a little bit chaotic as a roommate, like just not as chill and like harmonious. And that is something you have to think about, is like, are you gonna get along with this person you've only known for an hour? Maybe they're a mutual friend, maybe they're someone you never met before. So that gave me a little bit of like hesitance with this one. That was kind of the negative for this one. So then I want to say the next day, I went to the fourth place. This one was a 3-bedroom on a side street, again, very close to shopping, grocery stores, bars, restaurants, very accessible. You walk in, there's a proper living room, a proper kitchen, proper dining room, so there is that social space. And there's a dog, so that was new. Like none of the other apartments had dogs. So that was, she's a really cute little wiener dog. She's actually a show dog, so very well trained, very well behaved. Didn't bark or squeal or make a single noise the entire time I was there, so very good dog. So that's a plus. There was 1 bathroom between 3 bedrooms, so that was gonna be a tight squeeze, I felt like. But great taste in decorations, like really well decorated, very organized. I felt like they had their shit together. Like it just seemed like they had lived together for a little while, these 2 girls. So thinking on it after I left, I was like, man, like it would be kind of awkward to step into something where they're best friends and you're the third wheel, basically. The girl was really chill. The bedroom was an okay size. Like it faced not the street, but it faced like the back, like inner of the apartment building, so not a great view, but Lighting was fine, and there's a rooftop, which was new. I didn't go up to it, but there's a rooftop, and it was $14.10. So right around the same price range. I was kind of hitting that mark consistently. So plus utilities for all of these. All of them, you have to pay utilities on top of them. And then the last place I toured like that night was very peaceful. It was again in that kind of like Laurel Heights, Outer Pack Heights area. So very peaceful. It just felt like a lovely little neighborhood. Not as accessible to bars or restaurants or anything, but the room was huge. It was a solid sized room, great lighting, you're right on the street, so pretty view, but there was no closet. It was technically the office or the living room or something because there was no closet. So again, I'd have to pay or bring my closet from here in there at an expense, but really nice kitchen. I think there was only one bathroom, maybe there were two. The bathroom's super funky. You walk up to get to the bathtub, so that was really cool. Felt like a very unique place. The living room, the paint is a little off-putting. They said we could paint it, so that is encouraging because that was a little bit much, but the girls were awesome. They were so cool. Got along really well while I was there, so I could really see myself living with them, getting along with them. And this one was $1,400, so again, right on that mark. So I had all those options to consider. One significantly more expensive, but a lot nicer, a lot newer, bigger room. And then I had those four, some were smaller, some were bigger, some had living rooms, some didn't. Like, ultimately there was a lot swirling around my head. It was really hard to choose in that amount of time, but I knew I had seen some good options. So that is where I ended my search. I saw those 5 places, and then the next day thought about it all and moved forward with the one I wanted. So let me know which one you think is the best for me. Let me know which one you think I chose, which one you would have chose. Like, just give me your commentary. Would love to hear what you thought of these apartments. If you thought the rent was crazy for what it is or whatnot. Like, it's SF, so if you're not used to it, like, it's probably insane what these options were. But I was very excited about them given what I've seen with other friends and coworkers. So I'm gonna pause here, leave it down below, vote on it, and then I'll give you the one I chose. I did not pick place 1 because I reviewed it with my coworkers and they said that's way too much for a 5-bedroom, way too much for a converted living room. They should be knocking your rent down. It should be like in the 1500s range for what that is, without a closet and everything. So immediately I was like, you know what? It's a lot of fish in the sea. Like, I can move on from this and find another place very similar. So they were encouraging me that I didn't have to go with that. So I didn't pick the 3rd one because the girl just seemed a little bit, high strung, like she was gonna be a bit of a difficult roommate. The other girl was moving out and it kind of seemed like she was moving out for that reason. So everything else was great. I didn't pick the 2nd one, the Laurel Heights place, because the room was just way too small. Like, I am a big girl, I'm 5'10", like I legit couldn't fit in that room. Like, it just was not the right size for me. And because the girls were a little bit older, it felt like they were more settled, like they didn't need to make more friends. They didn't feel like the kind of, like, you know, high energy girls that like maybe I want to be with. They weren't party girls, but they also weren't like, you know, friendly social girls from what I could tell. So not optimal living arrangement. And then it was really just kind of out there, not much around there. Like, it wasn't even really close to Fillmore, so it was barely Pack Heights, like not that convenient. And then lastly, I didn't go with apartment number 5 just because it was out of the way, it wasn't convenient to grocery stores, and it wasn't really walkable. It just felt like I wasn't living in the city. It kind of felt like I was living almost like secluded away, and I wanted to feel like right in the thick of it. So that leaves me with apartment number 4. So yes, I liked number 4 because it just kind of seemed like it had it all. It had a solid living room, a solid dining room, solid bedroom, great rent, rooftop. The girls were super nice. The next steps were I met with the first roommate and toured it. And then she basically okayed me. And then she had the other roommate get like coffee with me, and just talking to both of them. They're both in the Bay Area. Both work in tech, like super cool. The dog was a huge plus for me. And ultimately I wasn't that worried about the bathroom because I shower after the gym at work like 90% of the time. I was worried I wouldn't get it. Like, it's so competitive and I knew a bunch of other people toured it, so I was really worried they wouldn't choose me or I wouldn't be the right fit. But you know, when I met with the second roommate, she was like, it's between you and another girl and we're kind of leaning towards you, so your girl did it. She's slightly likable. So yeah, I'm moving in 3 days. So I'll be filming and uploading as fast as I can. I haven't found a bed yet. I haven't found a mattress yet. I haven't found like a dresser or anything yet. So stay tuned on that because it's gonna be a rough and tumbling ride. I'm traveling a lot this month too, but I'm like super stoked I found the right place. It's not in Pack Heights, not my ideal, but like it literally fit so many of my characteristics, and I didn't feel like I was settling. It really felt like I got a great deal, 1410 like for a 3-bedroom. Like talking that over with coworkers, they were like, this is really good. My parents are sad that I'm leaving and they're gonna miss me a lot, but ultimately I think this is the right step for me and I really don't have any hesitation. I'm like full leaning in on this one. I'm going to be frantically moving in, so if you have any suggestions for what you want me to speak about during the move-in process, leave those down below, or about San Francisco living and housing, because I'm going to be like racing through content and I could use some like goalposts to keep me grounded. So if you liked it, hit subscribe. If you didn't, don't let me know. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see y'all next time, and Katherout.